Hey guys, I'm Doctor McFarland, and we're going to do a fun live stream tonight going over the new McRocklin Suite plugin, and this is the 1.5 version. So I bought this plugin a few months ago when it was still 1.2, and now it's 1.5 with a lot of MIDI learn options and just a lot of cool stuff. So I'm trying a different camera angle tonight so you can see I'm kind of pointed straight at the camera. I got a little light over my shoulder for some ambiance. And I'm still trying to figure all that out. So let me turn up the mic gain just a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better there. And let me copy this mix here, so I can essentially hear the same thing that you're hearing on your end. So this is a Kiesel A2, and it's a 7-string. And I'll do an official video here very soon. The backstory behind this is I ordered it back in May, and when I received it at the end of July, there was a little chip in the finish right here, right underneath the bridge. And I was very shocked at how that even happened. I'm going to take the whammy bar out because I don't really need it right now. And I'm like, well, there's that. So I sent it back and they fixed it. And in the meantime, I ordered another A2 because they had a special A2 run. And this time I got a purple guitar with red inlays, and it's very, very cool. I always wanted some kind of purple guitar. So that is my purple guitar. But this is the 7-string Kiesel. It has black limba top and body. You can see the back of it as well. Very pretty. You can also see there's a walnut and purple heart neck. So it's a 3-ply neck. There is some curl in that purple heart and walnut, which is very pretty. So the neck feels amazing. It's super smooth. The body contours and everything feels great. And I like it a lot. So y'all go ahead and comment down below. Let me know how your day has gone, what is going on this week in your life. And let me know where you're from. Definitely tell me your name, because I just need to know who people are. And it's just fun to meet new people. So I'm going to be looking here because this is where my screen is, but the lens is up there. So I'm going to try not to look at myself as much. I'm going to try and look at the camera as much as I can, within reason. All right, so I'm still getting very used to the extra string on the bottom, and it's gonna definitely expand my mind and my knowledge of the fretboard, because essentially you're only adding 4 extra notes or so, which is actually 5 extra notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get this on a just stock clean tone. Nothing, not a lot going on. That's not clean. This is a clean tone. Okay. So once we get to the 5th fret, we have an E, which is the same as the next open string, which is the E we all know and love as a guitar player or a bass player, because that is primarily the lowest note on a guitar or a bass is an E. Now you can tune down the drop D, drop C sharp. I mean, there's all kinds of bands that do different drop tunings. But it's having an extra B in the low end or the low register allows me to get other voicings, which I am slowly exploring and figuring out. So I did have tacos tonight. I actually made dinner myself. I just browned some meat. Chopped up some onions with a special onion chopper, so that way I'm not crying all over the kitchen. And because onions can do that to you, apparently. And heat up some black beans, got out some cheese, got some queso cheese. I melted it in the microwave. Didn't have any lettuce. That's a an oversight in my opinion. We probably should have got some lettuce the last time we went to the grocery store. That's just the way it is. Okay, I'm going to tune this thing. Let me tune it, and then I'll show you the plug-in. Now, I think there is a 20% off sale going on right now. And let me tell you why you might want to buy this plug-in after I'm done tuning. Tuning. Now, out of all the Kiesels I've gotten so far, they have all come from the factory with very, very low action. I don't actually have my little tool here in the studio. It's at the house. But usually I measure the 17th fret and try to get that around 2 millimeters off the top of the fret. Sometimes it can be 2.5, just depending on the guitar and how much I want to be able to get underneath the strings to bend and stuff. But I can definitely tell right now that this is a really low action, which feels great. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. Uh-oh. And I do like that Kiesels come with elixir strings, which I've never really got into. I mean, I use them on acoustic all the time, but not electric. And they feel great. I'm very impressed. Now, even though I'm talking about 7 strings and McRocklin Suite plugins, you go ahead and ask your questions in the comments, and we can talk about literally whatever you want. This is Tac-O-Bout gear. I just have some things that might be fun to talk about, but if you want to direct me in a different direction, then that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with doing that. I did get a person that messaged me on my website. I get messages from different people all over the world, and he basically said, hey, I want to recreate this tone on the head rush. Here's the video. It was like a Japanese or Chinese type song with a good lead tone and some delay and reverb. I was like, well, that's really not that hard. And you can get that kind of sound with literally anything, with any kind of high gain amp. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be a JCM 800, it could be a Soldano, could be a dual rectifier. They all sound good. So they're going to get you in the ballpark. And so that's kind of what I go for. Now, with all that said, this right here, not that, this is the McRocklin Suite. And it is an updated GUI from the previous version, which I do not have, because whenever you install this, it writes over the previous version you had. But essentially you have an acoustic sound. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. You have an acoustic sound, which sounds like this. It's just a very neutral, clean type sound. And we now have a clean sound. And we can lower the gain. We can, raise the master up. Stuff like that. And there's also pre-effects. So there's let me go through the rest of these different amp types. So we got edge, which is going to be, some light gain type stuff. Move that over, attach. Okay, and we have gain, which is going to be, you know, your higher gain stuff. Now, this is a concept that I personally like, and it saves you from having to overthink, man, which amplifier should I use? Or which delay should I use? Or which overdrive pedal should I use? And it's very similar to the question I got on my website, where it was just a good, like, to me, all I hear is just a smooth lead tone, something with some gain, maybe a tube screamer in the front, some delay and some reverb, and that's about it. I think it did have some kind of clean tone in there, but you can really categorize all these different tones and get them on literally any plugin, any amp modeler that you have, any basic overdrive pedal that has a mid-range hump, like a tube screamer, like a Klon. All these can be very easily attained with all kinds of units. So I want to see some comments and reactions down below. Let me know who's watching. I need your name, where you're from. Do you own any plugins? Some amp sim plugins? Do you like sitting at your desk or computer somewhere and just plugging into like an iRig or a basic interface, just going direct and playing through plugins? I mean, this is a very, very cheap, relatively cheap and easy way to get some great sounds without having to lug around amplifiers and pedal boards or even digital maulers for that fact. So if you got $100, $200, that'll get you a really nice amp sim plugin that you can just use on your computer pretty much anywhere. You can play with headphones. You can run it through FR speakers if you want. Just run the full gamut of options there. So let's go back to our cleanish type sound. Now let's look at the pre-effects. We do have a heat presser, which is going to be some kind of compressor. It's going to warm up the sound, add some compression, add some level. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, we can boost some level there. We can raise some compression. Okay, very, very compressed. And there's tons and tons of presets we can go through. There's a phaser we can add in. Now, if you've ever seen Thomas McRocklin play on YouTube or Twitch, he has all kinds of excellent, I mean, he's just a great player overall. But his sounds are definitely like spanky, very compressed, kind of like a Corey Wong, but like a shredder metal version of Corey Wong. So this does have an auto wall option on here. I probably need to turn on the wall. Okay, maybe we turn on some gain. Okay, not too bad. Let's go back to clean. Let's actually go to acoustic here, and let's go to the very end. We have a delay we can add in. And let's actually go back to that, turn the wall off. Okay, we have stereo, we have Pong, and we have grain. The grain definitely adds in some weird, like, sounds. here go back and forth. Okay, stuff like that. We also have 3 different kinds of reverbs. Very spacey. This is an excellent plugin for recording. There's just tons of options at your fingertips here. Okay, let's go to a clean sound. Okay, I want to see some questions in the comments. Let me ask anything you want. We don't have to talk about the plugin or 7 strings or whatever I want to talk about. Just ask away, and you can pull me a different direction anytime. I'm serious. So there's the reverbs. Here's the Dream. Just a good overall shimmery type thing. Okay, pretty cool. Let's go to Edge. Okay. And let's go back to the front here. Let's go to our overdrive. So we got Attacker, Shredder, Riffer, and Viber. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. A lot of 3-knob options, like your Tube Screamer, like your Klon. 3-knob or 3-band EQ, bass, middle, treble, drive, and level. Just all kinds of killer options you'd want for on your pedal board. Yeah, I like it. All right, this little button here puts you into deep, just a very deep pool of reverb. Yeah, that's fun. I kind of wish it had spillover. Apparently it doesn't. All right, let's go find some presets here. There's just literally all kinds. So I'm not sure what these mean. Now an AX7 is technically what I have. It's a A2 7X, which means it's 7 strings. Sonic Empire, there's like 90s Power Shred. All right, that's fun. We can use the arrows as well, just to go through different presets. I like it. Carlos Sustania. Okay. I have no idea what these names even mean. I mean, most of the time you go with your ear, and if it sounds cool, then use it. Yeah. Chord tapper. You could do like a what fret am I on? Something like that. I can tap chords. Clean, crunch, life. Yeah. I know a few of those. Gain selective pick. I mean, that's pretty cool. Gain selective picking. So. All right, I like it. Let me go to my website real fast. And I'm going to bring up a backing track. If you're not familiar with my website yet, I do have backing tracks, 52 of them for this year. Slowly working my way through the rest of October and November, getting those completed. But by the end of the year, I will have 52 backing tracks to jam along with. And what is this one? Let's see what this one is. This is in C minor. Yeah, I'm fine with this one. Let's do this one. Here we go. Key in my hand. there's that one. That is a fun one. I got all kinds of fun stuff in here. Fun stuff. Where is the... this one's kind of fun. This is based off of a Russell Dickerson song called Ride the Wave. And I just kind of did my own little backing track of it, essentially. And a very, very fun story. When he was a teenager, he was in a band called Jam Band. It was a Christian pop punk type thing. And they came to my apartment in Nashville, and we recorded like a little EP. Drums were recorded in my garage. Yes, I was in an apartment, but there's like a downstairs garage kind of area just off of my room. So I had a drummer do the drums. I think his name is Jason something. Jason Friedman, possibly. And 2 brothers. And then Russell Dickerson were the band. And I'm pretty sure it all sounded like crap because I didn't know what I was doing back then. And but yeah, anyway, here's the Ride the Wave. So check this one out. And these are all available for a one-time fee of $20. That gets you all 52 backing tracks for the year. Okay. I just got a message on there, but it's fine. So here's Ride the Wave. It's in the key of C. Thanks, Joe. It's very similar to a Coldplay kind of sound, by the way. Turn on a overdrive pedal here. Let's do this one. It's a little loud. Do a little melody. yeah, good times. He actually cranked out a lot of songs over the summer, Russell Dickerson. So if you're fans of country, I'm not really sure if he's bro country. He's definitely pop country for sure. But he cranked out tons of tunes over the summer, and it's kind of neat. So this one right here, though, this is one I made when I got my Reverend Air Sonic, and it's really cool. I think I like it. Check this one out. This will be the last one. War on Drugs. I have to check that one out. I'm not familiar with it. But y'all ask questions because I'm here to answer them. Air Sonic Groove in F sharp. F sharp. Here we go. Here we go. Let's rewind it. Let's tap in my tempo here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of Pink Floyd-ish. So there's a few backing tracks for you guys. If you are interested in supporting me in that way, $20 gets you a year's worth of backing tracks. And I know it's cheap. Nathan, how can you spend all that time for only $20? But I'll tell you what, I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys. So let's go back to our plugin here. And this is the concept that I have in my head when I approach a modeler, when I approach a plugin, anything dealing with guitar. If I hear a song that has a clean sound, I mean, sure, you can think in your head, okay, that's got to be a Fender Deluxe. It's got to be a Princeton. It's got to be it could be a Vox AC30. It could be a Roland JC120. I mean, there's just literally hundreds of amps out there that can provide a clean sound. And whether it's called a Deluxe or a Princeton or a Vox or a AC20 or 40 or whatever they are, it really shouldn't matter what they're called. As long as it's a clean sound, whether you're playing country, whether you're playing some pop rock or just some jazz stuff. Joe, the backing track is on my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com, and you click on store and click on backing tracks. Doctors prescribe backing tracks. So, my mom was talking to someone, or she was telling me about someone she talked to about, is your son a doctor? Why is he called Doctor McFarland? And I said, well, I am self-prescribed as a doctor. So get it, prescribed doctor. Anatomy of tone, anatomy of music. It's a brand. So so yeah, just when you approach a song and you need a clean sound, whether you're using a Helix or a Headrush or a Fractal or a Quad Cortex or a plug-in, anything that gives you a clean sound should be sufficient to produce the sound that you want. So for instance, if I'm going here and I turn off my overdrive pedals and I say, hey, I have a clean option, then that should be clean enough for you. Okay, now I got some little dirt going on here, and I'm not sure why. Let's go to Edge. There's something else going on. Maybe if I turn the boost down. Something is getting me too much dirt. Now, I would say that there's something going on here. Maybe turn up the compression. Something like that. And some things are not as apparent at first. I mean, if I click on clean, then I should be getting a clean sound, but maybe acoustic is more of what I want. See, to me, that's more, I don't want any dirt or edge of breakup going on at all. I just want a nice clean sound. Something like that. So there's different profiles in here. Very pretty. We got EQ going on. We got our delays and reverbs. We have a compressor at the end. Something like that. Okay. Now, if you hear a song that sounds like it's on the edge of breakup or dirty, then go to an amp model, maybe turn the gain up a little bit, and if it gets you in the ballpark, then that should suffice for giving you the sound that you want. Let's just say, for instance, let's turn off my delay and reverb. Especially when you're trying to record something, there's a lot you can do in the mix that blends all these melting pot of sounds and tones together. Because right now we're hearing everything in solo or isolated. You're like, that doesn't sound too great, or it could be better. But really, once you get drums in there, once you get bass going, the guitar sound, I mean, it just adds to the overall blend of the mix. So having an exact replica of a deluxe or like a crank deluxe, or maybe you got a dual rec in your studio that you can just put a mic in front of, or just using a plug-in like this. I mean, it really doesn't matter. If we go to gain, maybe cut the gain back a little bit, and we got this kind of sound. I would say that's more of the Mezza Boogie style, kind of filthy low end kind of sound. I do like trying out presets though. There's all kinds of presets here. 80s Mega Lead. I mean, that kind of sound right there, you can definitely do some White Snake, some 80s hair metal type stuff. Let's go somewhere else. Maybe do, there's just all kinds of things here. Man of open chords. All kinds of options. 8-string. Oh no. Clean that. All right, so for example, let's just go and have some fun. I'm going to open up my DAW of choice here. And we're going to do some recording. Just real fast. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Let's go choose a new session. We're not even going to name it just yet. We do want to make it 48 kilohertz. And this is going to be Mix Bus 9. So I do work for Harrison Audio. This is the Mix Bus 32C DAW, which gives you a console on your screen once this opens up here. And I do have, I don't know if you can see this, I have a PreSonus fader port 16 that slides out underneath my desk. So I can very easily just grab faders and start moving stuff around. If I go to the mix window, you can see that. See, I got my buses open, so I can start moving faders and stuff with my DAW controller of choice. So there's that. Let's go in. We're going to go back to the edit page. We're going to make a few tracks. We're going to do a stereo. EG-ST for stereo. And then I can just copy and paste this. Or duplicate it on down the line. We'll go to our inputs. And I am coming out of a plugin. So I'm doing 13 of 14. Maybe not. I'm doing 11, 12. No, I'm not. I'm doing 15, 16. No, that's not right. What am I coming out of? I should be coming out of 13 or 14. Oh, I think I know what it is. It is 13 and 14, and I need to go to my RME and turn on loopback for that channel. There we are. All right. So we're going to open up the sidebar here, and in version 8, Mixbus introduced some clip launching type stuff. There's bundle content in here. Let's go ahead and throw in a MIDI loop. Let's just go to Rock Essentials and all kinds of different options. Not bad. It's halftime. Okay, so if I drag this in and And make sure snap is on. Snap that to the grid. And we're going to duplicate it out. Just hold down Command D to duplicate. And this is our groove that we have going. And let's turn up some sounds here. There you are. You should be able to hear that now. Just like I can hear it. All right, so let's say we were going to go to our clean tone. Because we want a nice clean tone. Let's go to clean. Let's go to 80s action moving. What is this sound? Maybe. Maybe. So this could be the beginnings of a backing track. Who knows? Started my click track on and do 2 measures of pre-roll. 3 to 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so there's our progression. We can go back and trim using K. And then maybe we duplicate this out a few times. Oh, come on. I keep hitting Command S, which is save. Okay, so that's fun. Let's actually right click on this, and we need to do it within the mixer. I can right click and choose save as template. This is going to be, template name is McRocklin Stereo. So that way when I go make a new track, there is my McRocklin Stereo, and I can just name this. This is going to be bass. This is going to be a bass part. But I'll do bass on my guitar here. Okay, so we're going like that. And we're just having fun at this point, folks. All right, I do want to put on, let me put this over here. I want to put in a sub octave. See what this sounds like. Ooh, wow. It's not right. It needs to be. Shoot, I'm not even playing this right. What chords did I play? I went B minor, G, F sharp, E. I can do that one. Okay, let me turn the reverb off. So I don't want to have all that stuff on there. Okay, that'll work. Let's go back and let's add in a bass part. Hello. Return. Okay, make sure I was on the beat. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Cool. It's not a actual bass, but it works. But you know what? I can grab a bass. So let's double this. And we'll just add in another McRocklin suite plugin. We'll do what did I name this? I actually named that bass. Let's do actual bass. Bam. Something like that. All right, now let me grab a bass guitar. And I'm going to mute. What am I on here? I should be muted. Oh, I see what it is. That. I'm going to mute that part. Yeah, buddy. Hello. That is a microphone. A cheap microphone at that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay. Let's tune this thing real fast. Let's tune it. Definitely want to turn off the sub octave. Now this is a 5-string bass. Okay, see that? Let me go back to my other view real fast. All right, so we got a 5-string bass. It's a Yamaha something or other. It can be passive or active, which is neat. We'll turn this up a bit. And let's make sure we tune. Always tune before you record. Ask me how I know. Because I have messed up royally many times. Going, oh, it's in tune. And then I start layering guitars and basses and stuff. And when I go to add piano, guess what? It's not in tune. And I have to redo it. I'm not even sure how long I've been going. I'm just having fun at this point, folks. So whether you join me or not, it's all up to you. I'm just along for the ride. I have been honing my setup here the last year. Joe, if you're still listening, I'm not sure if you're still listening, but I had a PreSonus Studio Live 24, pretty much just like yours. And it was right here in front of me on my desk, and I had the faders and all the knobs and stuff. It was cool. And but I wanted all my stuff essentially in a rack. So I sold that, and I got an RME UFX, which is actually my third one in like 2 years or something. Because I bought one, I changed my mind, I sold it. Bought another one, sold it, and this is my third one. I'm going to keep it for now. So I'm going to do a video coming out very soon of just my my desk layout, my rack stuff, and show all the connections and all that. So it'll be fun. But that's how I'm recording everything, is through my RME. You can see here, if I go here, you can see the RME option. This is the total mix effects. This is how I record everything. So my McRocklin suite is coming into this channel. And this is 13 and 14, and I also have the output of 13 and 14 set the loop back, and that's how I'm recording into the DAW. So yeah, that's how you do that. All right, going back to Mixbus. Oh, I'm here. Joe, we need to make a song together, man. I'm creative, you're creative. Let's get creative together. I know it sounds weird, but it can happen. All right, we're going to do an actual bass on the track that says actual bass. I know. funny stuff. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And we'll stop right there. Now, this other bass, I had a different rhythm going on. I'm not too fond of. I'm just going to keep it straight. So select the region, hit K, that trims it. And then we can hold Command D and it'll paste it out. Something like that. So here's the actual bass. And there's a trim knob on each channel. We can bring up the bass a little bit more. We can turn the drive on. We can drive it. Something like that. Nice. So 32C has a built-in console type look. So you have all your buses here. You have your tracks or channels or whatever you want to call them. So I have the bus sends open right now, and I have my compressor. I could be showing my EQ, or I could be showing my gate. Whatever you want to do. Let's show the compressor and the EQ right now. So I can bring down the threshold. Just a little bit of compression, not tons. Maybe do a little bit of high pass, some low pass down to 5K or so. Maybe a little boost in the 2K range. Okay, cool. So that's a basic backing track by all means necessary. We could do other stuff. We could do shakers. We could do whatever. Now, I heard something. Uh-oh, I was a little behind there. Now, this is another thing we can do. We can go and edit this. Maybe split it right there. Do a little slip edit going on. Bada bing. That's the only spot I heard that was off. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's actually delete these other ones. What just happened? Oh, I'm in ripple mode. I don't know how I got in ripple mode. Sorry. Okay, since I spliced this one, I'm going to... Oh, wow. Let's undo that. Ah, I see. Let's do this. We're going to go here, turn snap on. And we're going to consolidate it. We're going to call this base. Actually, we're going to call it actual base. Something like that. Another really cool thing you could do. Actually, I probably shouldn't do this now. There's a small little bug going on in Mixbus that that's not quite working totally. What did I do? Did something weird. Yeah, let's do this again. Consolidate. Let's just call it base. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. So now when I delete that, then we can duplicate it out. Okay. Now that gives us something to jam to. Cause I like to jam. Actually, not yet. Let's do one more thing. Let's save this. Sorry, Joe. Joe's Groove. Back in track. All right. We have a nice Arturia keyboard here in front of us. I'm going to make a MIDI track. And we're going to go choose. Let's just choose the Analog Lab 5. How long have we been going? Oh, only an hour. That's not too bad. It's not bad at all. Other 4 people, I want to know who you are. You can run, but you can't hide. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, there's my Analog Lab. My input is my Arturia Key Lab. I think it's DAW in. No, it's probably going to be MIDI in. Haha. Something like that. You can kind of see me over there. Now there's a circle around me, so you can't really see my my hands, but it's fine. All right, we're going to open up this plug in here. We're going to go find maybe a nice pad. We can do like a boom, 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 boom. Actually, I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. We're going to go back to Arturia here, and we're going to add in the... I mean, there's strings. Let's do the ARP 2600. Ooh, do I want to do this? Yeah, sure. We'll do a pad. We'll do. I have no idea what we're gonna do. I need to get some arpeggiation going on here though. How do I do it? Oh no. Let's try strings. Let's do I'm getting Boston. Why am I not getting different sounds? Yeah. I'm getting a different sound. Put the string. So this is the joys of finding a preset that you like. I mean, it's not my favorite, but let's just go with something. Let's go with something. Let's put this before the fader, because that's probably where it should be. Oh, come on. It's not letting me go before the fader. There we go. Something like that. All right, here we go. I wasn't prepared. Here we go. One more time. B minor, 2 and 3 and 4. I already messed up. I am not a piano player. And my mind was like, I'm going here. And my finger said, no, sir. No, you're not. All right, here we go. One more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Okay, I'm fine with that. I can make that work. You can also click on a MIDI region or any region in Mixbus and click Z. That will zoom in. Maybe you want to highlight all that and do Control 5. That will quantize to the grid. Thank you very much. Oh, no. Oh, I see what it did. So if there's a note that's too early, it will cut those off. So we'll just do Control 5. We'll quantize that. And then we'll trim the edges here. J and K trims the front and beginning of any region in Mixbus. And the royalties come flying. That's right. That is right, Joe. You will have tons of money coming your way. Shift Z goes back to the previous zoom state. And let's just copy this out. So, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Okay. There's that. Oh no, what happened to my drums? What happened? What did happen to my drums? I am baffled right now. I am so baffled. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe it was Maybelline. Wow, I don't know what I just said. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. We're going to fix it, though. We're going to trim that sucker. What's happening? Okay. Now I can duplicate it. On out. I do not know what happened. What did I do? What did I do? Was I in ripple mode or something? Like I'm getting all this extra fluff. Strange. Anyway, that's what happens sometimes, I guess. I don't know why or how that happened. Not paying attention. Okay, we're good. Now I'm gonna duplicate this one before I save, or after I save. Save and save often, I always say. Actually, we're gonna copy the playlist. And we're going to go and change. We're going to change the sound to something else. And we're going to do one more thing. Then we're going to call it a night, I think. Let's do the strings. I really like the strings. Oh, pigments. That's what I wanted to add in earlier. Pigments is really cool. But the Arturia strings plugin, this is really nice. Yeah. This needs to be before the fader, obviously. Now, the purpose of any backing track, you can play along and jam and stuff like that, but you really, if you're a beginner on any instrument, a backing track can just be a good guide to be like, I don't know what chord progression to play. Well, just play whatever the backing track is. And most of the time, a good one will have the chords on the screen, which all mine do. And so you can just be grabbing a guitar. You can work on your strumming. You can work on your chord changes. Maybe you're working on a certain scale or arpeggio or something. So you can practice your arpeggios. All kinds of different stuff you can do with a backing track. So let's choose a different preset here. I like my 80s Super Shred. That's always fun. Okay. So here's our backing track. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to go to the front. And I'm just going to... let's do this, actually. Let's give us 2 bars. So I can highlight this. See what I'm looking at here. Yeah. I can highlight it. I can copy it. And I can... Jeez. Would you stop? Plug in. What did I do? I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it. Okay. So now we're going to move the start marker somewhere over here. And that's going to be our 2 bars of intro. Grab your lighters, folks, and play along. Alright, so our chord progression here is B minor. And maybe you already know this B minor down here, which is perfectly fine. But maybe you want to learn another voicing. So maybe you go up to the 7th fret. Something like that. You can also play it here. Very high triad. Then we got G, so we can play it here. Okay, then we have F sharp, which is the same shape as G, just down a half step. Then we have E minor, which we can play open, or we can play this kind of thing, or here, or here. So there's just all kinds of spots you can do these chords. So let's do a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, let's do a scale. So let's do a B minor scale. So we can play 1, 3, 4, shift 1, 3, 4, then 1, 3. And you can do that exact same fingering down here. Just remember, between the G and B strings, you have to shift up a half step because of that tuning difference. Or down here. Where am I at? The 7th string is throwing me off. So that gives us a few different positions to work off of. Now it's interesting because we can't do a pure B minor scale over the F sharp because that has a sharp in it instead of a natural. So we have to do a harmonic minor scale for that one. So it's going to be B minor, then B minor again for a G chord. Then we have to do or F sharp major. That gives us a that raised 7 for the A sharp. Or okay, something like that. So let's keep on going. Something like that. So there's all kinds of different ways to practice at no matter what level that you're on, whether you're just learning chords, scales, arpeggios. Just pick a backing track, play with it. And all of my backing tracks are 10 minutes long. So if you have 10 minutes to do anything and you haven't practiced for that day, then just sit down with whatever instrument. I don't care if it's a saxophone or a bass or a piano, or you're learning guitar, or maybe you're learning ukulele. Literally anything that you're learning, you can sit down with a backing track and work on something for 10 minutes at a time, and just little bite-sized chunks, and just work on getting better at whatever technique for that 10 minutes. Like I said, for whether that's a scale, chord progression, or arpeggio, whatever. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. But if you do want to support me here on the channel and my website, you can go over there. I also have links in the description for you can see a backing tracks link in all my videos, basically at this point, and they'll point you to the website where you can go pay that one-time fee of $20, and you get all 52 backing tracks for the year. So let's see who's watching. We got 4 people watching, but not a lot of talking. So I guess this is all about me tonight. Nobody really had any questions. Usually I get a lot of questions when I talk about Headrush or Toemaster Pro, stuff like that. Or even the Fractal or Reverend guitars or other slew of topics, but that is the way it is. So I do like the mood lighting back here. It's a different yellow. I'm gonna suck in my gut because I need to lose some weight, but yeah, maybe I need to work on my harmonic minor scales and arpeggios. That'd be a good, worthwhile thing to do. So if nobody has any questions at all, nobody. I've been going for an hour and a half and not a lot of chattering or talking. So maybe you're all full of tacos. You ate too many tacos tonight. I actually had only one plate. I had some cheese. I had some chips with some meat and cheese and beans and onions and rice and a little bit of cheese dip on top. Scarfed it down. I was like, I don't really need anything else. I'm good. I did make some pudding though. I saw a box of pudding, instant pudding in the cupboard. So I got that out. Got the 2 cups of milk. Poured the pudding mix in there. Started whipping it up. Tossed it in the refrigerator, and within 5 minutes we had pudding, and it was great. It was a good little dessert. My little 20-month-old loved it. Put a smile on his face, so that's good. All right, well, this is a fun night. I go live every Tuesday. Try to go live every Tuesday. Last week was Halloween, so I didn't go live last week. But now, before I go to bed, I'm going to try and do a video. I'm going to do a shootout video between some amps on the Fender Toemaster Pro and also the Headrush Core over here. Now, Joe, if you're still watching, I know you have some ends with the Fender guys. So if you can get your hands on a Fender Toemaster Pro, I think you're going to like it. I know you have a Helix, but the Toemaster Pro is a really cool unit. And I got a few videos out on that so far. And another one will be coming out probably tomorrow, if not Thursday. And all that stuff. So very cool gear. It's just fun to learn about new things and grow your knowledge, grow your expectations of what can be done with music gear and how you can just use it to create a song. So in this song, I basically pulled in a drum track, add a bass, add a guitar, add some keys, stuff like that. And it all worked out. It all sounded good. So, I I don't care what you have at your disposal. You can make music with literally anything. So go out, make some music with your DAW of choice, with your guitar of choice, with your amp of choice, amp mauler, plug in, acoustic guitar. I don't care, whatever you have, just make it happen. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video, and keep rocking. Yep, I'm trying to work the angles. Da, 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 da.